Hey there, welcome to Jeff's Musical Car. This week I have a little less ambiguous Sherman Downey back again to play another tune. Can you tell me what's new in your world?
Well, yeah, like you mentioned, I'm here alone. So much room in the back seat.
I know. That's why you did that.
Totally, I couldn't do Jeff's Musical Car anymore. The boys we kind of found ourselves on different parts of the country. Like our banjo player went to BC, and we had a drummer who's Paul, who kind of decided to stick around Cornerbrook and make a steadier paycheck. And these things happen.
Life happens.
Life happens. And so I've just recently found myself out on the road with Matthew Byrne from Newfoundland, and we're doing. What's interesting about it is because we're so different. Musically, our backgrounds is so different that we thought it might be interesting to the people on the island to get together and do a solo thing together, you know what I mean? And it worked very well, and so we're on the road now, taking it on the mainland for a little bit, and it's going well, actually. Yeah, nice
keeping the music going, at least.
Yeah, I'm finding with the band, it was always great to play with the band, but sometimes rooms passed you over, you know, like the smaller rooms and the quieter rooms. Not that we weren't comfortable in those rooms, but just it could be financial, or just basically we can't fit you in this corner, you know.
Literally couldn't fit you.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just out and about exploring those rooms.
Okay. Yeah. So for the purposes of today's shoot, we were chatting earlier, and this is one that's a little new, something that you're still really getting out to the people. Yeah,
I find since playing with the boys in the band, like the songs I realize change after the recording, and in fact, I haven't listened to the recordings in so long. It's interesting because I had to play with a couple of guys over in BC for a show over the summer who were going by the songs on the CD. When I got there for practice, I realized, these songs have changed. So I realized they evolve, you know, and so this is one that I've been working on before the recording. You know, I'm trying it out a bunch of different ways and waiting for it to evolve before the recording process.
All right. Well, let's see what Jeff's Musical Car can do to it.
Yeah, it's a song about my hometown, Colebrook. There's an old coal mine up there, and I've kind of been thinking about writing a song about it, you know. Yeah. And so if you go up there, you can see the old mining equipment and everything. And I thought I'd do some research on the mine, hoping my family might be involved somehow, you know, in a storyline. And even more so that there might be an interesting story to go along with it. And so I did a bit of research and found that there was a Thomas Downey, and he was walking along a river one day. Like the natives in the area, they didn't want people coming and setting up shop, you know. Okay. And so they were keeping the coal secret from everyone. And so Thomas Downey was walking down the river one day and found a lump of coal. And he thought, well, if you go up this brook, you know, maybe there's coal up there. And but before he had a chance to tell anyone about it, he died mysteriously. So it writes itself. I was thinking maybe perhaps what happened was the natives kind of made away with him to keep the secret. I don't know. Nobody knows. But I was thinking maybe he was underground so much, trying to keep a relationship alive with money, and equating it with happiness, that he spent a little bit too much time away from home, and the love of his life has enough one day and goes down to the mouth of the mine and seals him and all of the miners in there. It's my first murder ballad. Wow.
I'm telling you, man, this song could have its own feature film. Like, there's a 2-hour story in here. I think we need to get George Clooney involved.
Yeah, I think so. That would be, he'd play me, of course.
Of course.
So this is a work in progress, and they were so happy when they found the mine eventually that they named it the Jubilee Seam. And so this is Deep in the Dark of the Jubilee Seam.
All right.
Henry took great comfort in the belly of that coal mine, with his pickaxe and his shovel by his side. He hardly saw the sun, never spoke to anyone, but anyone could tell you he was only a man of flesh and bone. Mary was the daughter of the local tavern. She was born with liquor in her veins, and any man who laid his hands upon her was lucky to have used his hands again. And in the middle of the night, deep in the dark, in the candlelight, you can feel the weight of it. There's no way of escaping it. In the middle of the night, deep in the dark, in the candlelight, how many years had it been since he'd come? How many years had it been? And how many times did she wait through the night, thinking I'll never do this again? A rumble in the mountain, a canary in the dirt, and 100 men in Henry knew that feelings had been hurt. Flickering light, all covered in coal, with his pickaxe and his shovel. Well, Henry sat down in the dirt and knew he was in trouble. Oh, 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 oh. And in the middle of the night, deep in the dark, in the candlelight, you can feel the weight of it. There's no way of escaping it. In the middle of the night, deep in the dark, in the candlelight, oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
That was awesome. Great story.
Not too dark?
No. It brings a lot of imagery, especially when you had the little introduction, just driving around, envisioning the story. And I guess as a songwriter, that's what you want people to do, is to interpret it and really see their own version of it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So going forward, what's your plan like for the next month or two?
Well, this little tour I'm on now will take us out until the end of this month. And then, thankfully, I have a bit of time, a couple of weeks home around Christmas. Mm-hmm. A couple of local things happening with, actually, it was some with the boys, actually. Bill, our old accordion player, he's got a show coming up that I'll be part of, and our bass player is thinking about doing an Elvis Costello tribute that I'm going to be part of. So, lots of work around home at the home base around Christmas. And then in January, looking at heading towards Kansas for the Folk Alliance, and the plan is to leave from there and drive across to BC and back. That's the plan. So that'll be after a little a little tour on the island again with Matthew Byrne. We're going to do that. We're going to try to make that an annual thing called the Winter Island Tour.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll do that again at the end of January, and then as we lead into March and March break, I'll be hopefully driving across Canada and back in whatever I buy on this trip.
That's great.
Looking for a station wagon, folks.
Yeah, you're a man with a plan.
Yeah.
No, that's great. Well, thanks a lot for coming along for a spin.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for having me. Right on.
Anytime you're passing through Moncton, you're welcome to hop along, and I'll take you for a little spin around town.
There you go, free rides.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's it for this episode of Just Musical Car with Sherman Downey. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, folks.